Kids and cadets, happy Tuesday. I've missed you guys. A lot happening here at Tommy Time. We got a 2018 Bolens. It was just dropped off. We got to look at this turd and discuss my technological issues, I guess. We're going to do it all. So this Bolin showed up over the weekend. Scrapper that delivers called me after dark, said, I got one mower for you and some bags. So we'll look at that. And some gas cans. So I paid $25 for the whole kit and caboodle. I priced the Bolins at $10. Maybe 10 for the bags, 5 for the gas cans here. So what I do with these gas cans, if somebody shows up, they say they're from northern Michigan. They didn't bring a can down. They're just buying a used mower for the first time. I hook them up with a gas can. So a lot of times the scrapper gets these on the side of the road without the spout. That's how these normally show up. Probably the spout breaks and the Harvey, the homeowner, doesn't know how to get another spout. So you can buy these kits on Temu or AliExpress. Probably Fleabay has them. This is a kit of 3. There's 2 types of threads on these gas cans. You'll find that in the kit. You can use either one. One's a finer thread than the other one. Different size threads on these. So you'll get a gasket. You'll get a little vent, which these 2 don't have, and you'll get the spout. So they're not very much, like $5 or something for a kit of 3. So I'll rectify these 2 with new nozzles. And they're just giveaways. I don't charge. It doesn't cost me a heck of a lot. It's good customer relations. So pull-on bag, it looks like. And I think, what's this one? Crafty bag. So high wheeler, let's give you some model numbers, I guess, to start and figure out why this thing was pushed to the street. Let's go down here and look at the Bolens/MTD number. It's the model 11A-BOBL765, Bravo Oscar Bravo Lima 765, or the 421852. Serial looks like 1 Lima 248 Kilo 00615. So it seems like recently I've been messing around with other things besides fixing small engines. So I figured today I'd get back into it. Kind of haven't turned a wrench in a while. Been helping other people with their issues and haven't really messed with my stuff. I figured if it's going to be 58 to 65 today, the sun feels great. Little blustery. We got a strong wind out of the north, gust to 20 to 24. But it's going to warm up to 65, which will be fine. I'm all for it. So I'll give you the engine number of this Bolens. I looked at the blade. Blade is square. We just need to touch it up. Actually, it felt kind of sharp. This engine number is the 09 Papa 6020076 Frank 1. if you want to know the engine number. So I'm not going to put all this in the description. I'm still working off my iPad. My desktop is still in transit. My computer guy, Thomas, is going to take care of me like he always does, and we're going to get rectified with the new computer system. So let's start off by looking at this 500E series engine. I came up with my gas melted turkey baster. Let's take a fuel sample, use a little carb clean to motivate it, aka happy juice, if it doesn't want to start. But let's take a look at the fuel. Well, let's try priming it. Prime and see if it starts on its own. That's happened to me before. Nothing. You can tell this thing has sat outside. There's a bunch of debris, and you can see the cord here's green with mildew. It's been out in the weather. We got some tree sap here. It was under a pine tree. Pine needles and pine bark. So let's do a sample. There's enough down there to take a sample. Looks like old gas. I don't see any water yet. Some contamination. Just sprayed some carb clean in, and some brown liquid came out, so we may have a gummy carburetor. Okay, it wanted to kick off slightly there, so let's just move ahead with a carb clean. I got one wheel that's dragging. Front left wheel is dragging. I had looked at the oil. Oil looks good. It's not well used. It looks like it had an oil change not too long ago. So probably letting this thing sit outside was not the best thing. Looking at the production date, 5th month. Looks like 17th day of 2018 here. On the 09 Papa 602 0076 Frank 1. Let's see if fuel was an issue. Let's do a carb clean on this. It's going to be 8 to remove the recoil. So let me, I got to try to figure out where to position you, because you're in my way. You usually aren't in my way, but today you're in my way. I think this will work. I'm working out of the tailgate of my CRV. So we got the sun to my right. Feels good. Let's use an 8mm, remove the recoil so I can take the gas tank off and clean the tank. It's also a 5/16, which is what I'll use. So this is a good candidate for restoration. Yeah, this thing is rusty. Got a bunch of debris here, rust on the coil. Water just sat down here and rusted up everything. So let me blast this out with some compressed air. I'm going to get a clip for the bail bar. Maybe I'll run some sandpaper on the flywheel. Bear with me, my clips are all in use, but I just stole one. Okay. I've got a wire brush and some sandpaper. Get rid of the crust on the aluminum, and then clean up the metal. Okay, that should get us going. I want to rotate it and feel if there's any contact, and I feel a rust spot making contact with the coil. Maybe one more pass. Okay, I don't feel any contact. Let's move on with the carb removal. Switch bits to the 7. Remove the linkage, throttle linkage, the Z bend. This thing's definitely been sitting around. I'm going to remove the tank. Set the carb there, grab my old fuel container, pour the rest of this gas. Still don't see any water, but I think it may just be old fuel. I'll blast this out with compressed air in a minute. Let's dissect the bowl and see what's in this thing. Knew that was going to happen. Drop the one screw in the fuel. So take a big screwdriver, just pry this apart, get it started, make a little air gap and then just pop it open. Yeah, there's some crud down in there, some little particles of something. Kind of smells old. Not like 5 years old, but it's starting to smell a little rancid. I'm going to take the main jet out. I can see that it's open. I can see the white plastic behind it. But the secondary jet's goobered up right there. It's full of debris, so that's no good. I'll poke that clean and then blast it out with some compressed air. I could blast it through here, compressed air, and it would force the gooberization out that way. Why don't we try that? That seemed to work perfectly, free and clear. So that was probably our issue. That gooberization on the secondary jet. So may have lunch with my brother and my son. Both of them may be picking me up here in short order. So if I get one project under my belt, that'll be fine. I'm going to make my son pay. Make him pay for lunch. I don't know why. I think it's time he's going to pay today. Okay, we got a lot of buildup in here as well. Where the secondary jet sits, I can see it's all plugged up. I just knocked it free. I'm going to take my 7mm off of the impact and do it by hand. I just want to feel if I'm over torquing it. It's plastic. I don't want to put too much stress on it. This side here wasn't down all the way, so it's pretty much even. Now I can continue on. Okay, so I think that was our issue. No fuel flow. There is a part number here on the carb. Looks like a 798674. Okay. Yeah, there was some debris in the fuel. Old fuel, and there was some snot down in there. Let me grab my other socket. My 8. I want to tighten these two up. Okay, here we go. We're 5/16. They were pretty tight to begin with. Okay, I'm going to blast out the tank, put a little compressed air in here. Got Southwest coming in. That should be good enough. Put my linkage back on. Tank. I'll just rest it up here on the tin and then get my hose started. Then push it down some more and then push the hose all the way on. Okay, that looks fine. Now my backing plate. Okay, that looks copacetic. Change my bits to the 7. I want to do my into the inside 2 here, the screws that go into the plastic. Get those established. We got another jet coming in. They're really coming to Southwest Florida. Who is it now? Delta. Delta's coming in. So somebody commented a while ago, why don't I do more rider mowers? And I didn't do any last year. I don't think I sold one. But I've been coming across them. I have maybe 8 to fix. So I want to try to do some more riders this year. They just take up space, but they're great money makers. I see them advertised quite a bit for like 50 or 100 bucks. But right away they got dead batteries. Usually blades are well worn. Harvey, the homeowner, doesn't generally maintain them. It's just like the push mowers. They use them until they stop. Feels like I'm cross-threading this one here. Okay, those are tight. I'm going to throw a little oil on the recoil since it's off. Well, it's warming up to 60, 62 in the shade. There's my spring hook there. I'm going to squirt a little bit down in there. Put some oil on the spring. Those get rusty and break. Okay, I think that'll help. I'm going to use the impact. Since we got it waist level, I'll put fresh Wawa gas in it, non-ethanol. It's a little bit more money than the 10% ethanol. I don't know why. You're not adding anything to it. It should be less money, but that's not how it works. That should be good enough. Nice pour to cover the bottom of the tank. Oh yeah. Let's lower this down and prime and pull. I'll just show you the oil color. Oil looks fine. Maybe a little on the low side, but it's not bad. So what I'll probably do is degrease the deck, let it sit in the warm sun, and then do my black spray paint touch up on the block. And address this wheel. This wheel here is dragging. It could be the wheel is seized to the shaft. Since it's been out in the weather, that may be our issue. 14. Let me grab a 14 and or a 9/16. Let me impact this thing off. See if we can fix this now. If not, I'm gonna put it on and then just pull and go. Yeah, it's stuck. I don't want to mess with it right now. I'll goober it up with some rust breaker and see if I can get that to turn again. Okay, I think we're in good shape. I'm going to put it down on the ground. Do we have a champion plug? Probably the original, and it is a champion RC12YC gold top. I brought out a new filter. I don't have a cover nearby, but at least we'll put a filter on it. Okay. Let's see what's going to happen. Oh, almost. Uh-oh. 2 times. Oh, no. Let's start over again. Uh-oh. Don't be difficult. Don't get stubborn. Okay, what did we forget to do? Both jets were clear. Why is it starting and stalling? Well, don't think it's the plug, but let's look at it. I think we got a fuel issue. I thought I did a good job of cleaning it out. if it's firing and then quitting, it's not going to be the plug. I don't think. It's either going to work or not. Huh. All right. Well, this is interesting. If you can see that. The electrode's nearly touching. The gap is looks kind of narrow. It's the right plug, but I don't think that's the issue, and it's kind of wet and moist. I don't think that's it, but let me just change it out. I don't think that's our problem. I'm just looking around for a backup plug. I might have to just snatch one out of another machine nearby, which I do have a couple close that I can steal the plug. I know these are running issues, running machines. Actually, I got a 2015 Bolens, same exact thing, green high wheeler with the 500E that I fixed a while ago. This is a ready to go machine. The 11A BOB Lima 765, exact same model number. And we got a champion plug here, RC12YC, and you can see this plug versus the plug that just came out of the machine. You can see the difference in the gap. This was from the running machine. This is from the machine that wants to quit out. I could just tell by looking at it the gap wasn't correct. I'm guessing, I don't know, 35 thousandths or above is what it should be. I really don't set them. I still think it's going to be fuel. This isn't going to do anything. If it does start, I'll buy everybody lunch today. How's that for a bet? If this starts and runs, I buy everybody lunch and not make my son pay the bill. One, two, three, four, five. My son's paying. So what in the heck do we got here? Something plug us up in that short amount of time. I'm going to tear it all apart again, but I'm going to send you guys on your way. I'm going to have a little motivation and maybe think about this over lunch. Why isn't this thing working? You guys send me some messages. What in the heck? Acting like it did initially. And I went through all that work to get the crappy gas out. Message me, I need help. See you. Tip your waitress and wait staff. They're doing a fine job. I'll probably take this thing apart while you're having a nap. I'll get back to you. Bye.